Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 17 on Sosnovka. So, as you remember from the other day there, we started on Sosnovka in the stream, and we're continuing on with that right now. So let's bring up our map here. So what we've done is we planted field 19 right here, and we planted it with soybeans, if memory serves. Yep, those are soybeans. That apparently is 1 day. That can't just be 1 day. That doesn't make sense at all. Let's see. Growth. Light green. Oh no, it's kind of like, no, maybe it's almost, maybe it's been longer than I thought it has. Well, I must have AFK'd in the game a bit longer than I thought. Oh well. So this right here, 19. That's what soybeans look like in that stage. Looks pretty solid. Let's go check on our other field here, which is field number 14 here. And I think that's soybeans as well, if I had to guess. As you can see, I have $60,000, and that's from doing a couple missions. It doesn't take much to make a lot of money. I'm in normal mode, so that's probably part of the reason why. Maple Leaf Rag, what a song, jeez. Okay, so what we need to do is let's check our fertilizer. Let's take the growing off and leave the fertilizer, which is not this tab at all. Fertilize, there we go. So it's fertilized once, so we could probably fertilize again if we wanted to. Let's just try that, just for the sake of experimentation. So all right, let's go ahead and get this lined up here. Now funny enough, actually it's going to be more difficult than I thought, and the reason why I say that is because I'm going to be driving on the field, and I don't think I'll be able to detect where I'm actually going. Woo. I just thought about that. Let's try this. Just let's put a little bit of fertilizer on the edge here. Can I tell at all where that's gone? Not at all. Not even going to try then. Not even going to try. Because I'll be driving through the field and I won't know where I've gone, basically. I guess I can see the tracks, but I don't think you can even detect. Can you? No. That's the one thing with the fertilizers. That's kind of interesting, actually, because you have like the 3 levels of fertilizer, so they actually have some information about that here, or should at least. Let's see. Production recap, grass, straw, fertilizers. They just talk about what types of fertilizers there are. They don't talk about the making of the different levels of it. So anyhow, well, that's that. So we've actually released this Massey Ferguson that we have over here, and what we're going to do is going to go ahead and actually, I was reading an interesting article this morning. I think Bob actually linked it in Discord, and the interesting thing he linked was the fact that if you plan for long-term, it was talking about long-term leasing. It's actually more beneficial than short-term, strangely enough. So theoretically, I should keep this for a bit longer rather than not keeping it. So kind of an interesting little thing there. So this is on Sosnovka. You don't have it's just the regular standard style of seeds and fertilizer over here. So you don't have to worry about it ever decreasing like in the other map. You can, of course, buy those things still if you want to and do that way, but you don't have to worry about it as much. All right, so what we're going to do is going to progress time a little bit here, and let's see how it goes. So one thing I'm missing already is being able to progress time. Oh, there they are. That's ready to harvest now, apparently. Okay, that works out well. That's a bit odd, though. Why is that ready to harvest already? I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm just confused more than anything else. And why is it partially withered? It like jumped a step there. I think I know what happened here. I bet it's because I was mucking around with the times. I can only assume that's what it's from. And what I mean by that is I was messing around with fast forwarding time and whatnot, so I think that's what actually happened in this context. Is I actually fast forward time a little bit, and because I fast forward time a little bit, but I used console commands as opposed to, I need to unfold the tool first, okay, as opposed to just doing it normally. So I think that was the reason why it's like this. So I'm gonna try and get these soybeans off. This is what the soybeans look like. when you harvest them. So that must be the reason why, though. I guess I could hire a worker. He'll do a better job than I will. And he won't miss pieces like that either. So that's odd, actually, because as you can see, part of it's starting to wither right in the edge here. Or is it? No, it's like half grown. That's what it is. Well, we'll get whatever we can harvest so far. I just don't want it to wither. Or should we try it? Should we attempt to see what happens? Free progress time. Let's see here. That's what the crop destruction module does. It makes a big mess of your field, that's for sure. Especially with a hard worker, it looks like. I'm waiting for this side to change. I don't know why that side hasn't changed yet. Maybe if it goes to 7 p.m. or 7 a.m., sorry, it'll change. I don't know for sure. But that's the crop destruction module. Just makes a mess of things. That's curious. Alright, let's see what happens here. Maybe at 7 a.m. it'll change. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, so. If not, we'll just harvest this what we can. Oh, doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Alright. Alright. It's fine. The way that hard workers work, I found, is a little bit strange. So I'm going to let that start him off of the edge here. Just so he doesn't destroy all of that. I don't know. The way hard workers work, it's kind of a bit odd, actually. So what happens is they kind of do like a back up. They go back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. So it's kind of... It's like they're trying to line up so they don't miss anything. That's what it seems like, at least. So I don't know if that's actually the case or not, or if it just... or if I'm missing something, but it just seems like that's what they're trying to do. Like they're trying to set it up so they'll like kind of line up so they don't miss anything. But by doing that, they seem like they're missing stuff sometimes. So copy break one sec. So I don't know what the deal is there, but that's the way it seems, at least. So there actually are a few mods available for Farming Simulator 17 already, believe it or not. One of the first ones that's come out, and it's usually the first one that comes out, is the money cheat mod. And that's the one that, of course, allows you to add money in to the game. Now, this game I haven't cheated at all. I'm just playing on normal, and in normal mode with missions, it's really easy, apparently. I think even on hard mode, it wouldn't be that difficult. I'm not sure how much it changes in terms of like hard mode versus easy mode. I think, you know, the bonuses you get for the missions and whatnot probably are a bit different than they were before. So, also, if you notice, I have random music on. You can totally add your own music into the game if you want to, which is neat. So, it's really simple to do, actually. Well, I find it simple, at least. So it wasn't like they give you instructions in the README file that's in the music file anyway, so it just takes a little bit. You just have to read the instructions, basically. But it's not too bad. So I just took my YouTube music and just used that, basically. You can, of course, get the internet radio and whatnot as well, but in my case, that's not very beneficial because, of course, I record I record videos for YouTube, and if I use music that is copyrighted, I'll get dinged with that, so... Not a cool thing, that's for sure, so... There you go. That must be the case. That must have been because I was messing around with the time. So, of course, because we don't have, like, the growth manager, for example, which we had in FS15, the growth manager was the one that would... which would set it up so all your crops grew at the same level, or same speed, I guess. And you could have the night growth, so it only grew at night as well. That one I kind of miss as well, because then you can do things in the day, then it would only mature at night, so you knew that when you fast forwarded time, you could do it that way, so that was the good way of going about it, at least. So hopefully that last little section there actually matures. I think we have enough space now. I think. Should be having enough space now. Although now it probably doesn't matter which way I go. But One of the cool things I noticed is you have to, if you pay special attention to the way the RPMs sound, because you'll actually hear the RPMs increase or decrease, sorry, as you go into the crop. So as I'm driving, as soon as I get out of like the area where I'm harvesting, you'll hear the RPMs increase slightly, which I think is kind of neat actually. So I don't know if that is well, it's intended of course, but I just think it's kind of neat that they added that. And then when you go into the crop like they just did there, the RPMs decrease. So it's really quite interesting how they have it set up. So it's kind of what they used to have before, I guess, but the way it works now is a bit different. Not much different, mind you, but just a bit different. So only at 25% full, so I must have, I should say, fertilized more, I guess, with my different stages. Wow, don't drop all your crop, Iain, jeez. With the different stages of fertilizer. So I have to read up about the 3 stages of fertilizer and how that actually works in the game, because I haven't actually mucked around with that much yet. I know it's there, but that's about as far as I've gotten so far, so. But it's kind of interesting. What are your initial thoughts of FS17 so far? I know a lot of you probably have it by now, so leave me a comment below with what you guys think about the game so far. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on it so far? From what I've seen, or what I've heard at least, most people are pretty pumped about it. They're pretty happy about what they've accomplished in this game, so. Which I really dig. I think it's they've done a really good job. They've what would be the best way to describe it? They had some rough edges and they really rounded out the cleaned up the edges, so to speak, or rounded out the edges. So, or sharpened the edges, however you want to think about it. So, but it is a bit stranger to record this time around. I don't know why. I was talking to Randy the other day and he had the same thing. Like, for him, he said it was a bit odd the way you have to record it, but just the way they have it set up, I suppose. So it's a little bizarre, but it's the way it goes. It's funny with the map. I wish there was a way to like have it always on, like you can toggle it off, for example. But I wish there was a way to like turn that ability on and off. So like if you didn't want to be able to toggle it off, there's been a couple times where I didn't want to toggle it off, but I end up toggling because you cycle through them all. And maybe there is an option, I just haven't found it yet. That is entirely possible. There are many options in this game I haven't seen still, probably. But it's the way the game's played. Alright, let's hire a worker here. Let's see how well he can do. Is he going to be able to actually make this turn? I don't know why he wouldn't be able to, but stranger things have happened. Particularly in farm sim. Alright, let's see. Is he going to be able to make this turn? Without crushing the crops? Let's see here. Looks like he's going to be able to do it. Barely. We'll leave him there for the moment and see how it goes. Let's grab this tractor right here. And then we'll grab our wagon up there. The Farm Tech, I believe this one is. There we go. Let's grab that. Let's go see what soybeans looks like in a wagon. I'm kind of curious. So it's funny though, because the way they've added like the mission system or the contract system, it's kind of funny because what I've started to do is this. So like I'll set one of my I'll set up one of my hired workers like this, and get ready to unload him, and I'll unload the combine completely. And then what will happen is I'll just let it sit there, let it finish the job, and then I can go do a contract work at the same time. So it's like you're getting... Really? You're blocked? I'm kind of surprised you're blocked, but okay. So that's what I've been doing at least. So just as a way of making some more money while things are happening. There we go. Now the funny thing is, watch the way if I stay right there. Oops. Let's finish getting the rest of that before I go all over the place. If I stay right here, this is going to be in his way. Let's take a look at the soybean texture. Maybe not this time, but there's been more than one time where I've like stayed right there and it was like totally in its way. This is what the soybeans look like. Pretty solid, actually. All right, he'll probably be able to finish the rest of that without me doing anything. So let's go ahead and see what we have. It's harvested. So this guy probably wants me to plow. Not happening. Ready to harvest. So this one is our harvesting one. So what about that's ready to harvest? What about ones that aren't ready to harvest? And maybe ones that need to be fertilized? So all the edges have been fertilized? What does this guy want? Let's go ahead and visit him, see what he wants. He wants us to seed with the Vaderstadt Rapid A with the Mach VRT. What the heck is that? The Mach VRT. Apparently this is going to take 12 minutes. So I like how it gives you like an average, gives you an estimated time, which is kind of nice. What does this guy want us to do? Fertilize. It's kind of neat. Those are potatoes, it looks like. Very nice. Windrows. Can you actually go up and down with them? No, it doesn't seem like you can. That's a shame. I thought you'd be able to, like, you know, as you walk over them, you'd see it's like going over the ridges, but unfortunately not. Let's just try this and see what happens here. Ooh, we got the JCP. This is the JCP. This is, I haven't even looked at this yet. Alright, let's go ahead and get hooked up there. Now, I have the crop destruction module, so what's probably going to happen here is probably going to destroy his crops. Yep. Alright. There we go. And also the funny thing is, what happens here is, can I see this? Oh yeah. The funny thing is, they don't care if you destroy their crops or not. So I could go all around this field the whole time and they would never say anything, so. Which is kind of funny, but it's a pretty big field though. Oops. Going for potatoes, that's for sure. Field number 1 here. And of course, the higher your reputation is, and the higher the reputation is, the cheaper it is to buy eventually, so. One of the nice little features. Also, funny enough, what happens is you never run out of fertilizer. That's probably too close, yeah. That's way too close. You never run out of fertilizer, basically, so I could just go up and down the field and never run out of fertilizer as many times as I want. So, one of the nice aspects, I suppose. Especially with the contract work. So it's like if you're doing like slurry and stuff like that, you can just keep going with the slurry and never have to worry about it. So this job's only supposed to take 3 minutes and 40 seconds, or that's the maximum time you have allowed. So keep that in mind if you accept the job. Also, if you're wondering what the thing in the top right hand corner is, the little circle there, that is how much you've progressed in this particular mission. So, well, you can actually see the crop difference there. Not well. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is a little darker line out there. It's not super easy to see, but it's out there. And as I get closer to the end, it's not getting any better. That's funny. So yeah, that's your progress basically. So the little circle with the green around it is your progress to see how much you've done so far, basically. Now this should be the last strip. There we go. So that's actually the progress side of things, and then the time, the 240 is how much time you actually have left. So that's how that works. So the top right hand circle is your progress, and the time is how much time you have left, basically. So, and usually what happens, you don't even need to finish the field. A lot of cases, you can get like 99% down to the field, and you're done, basically. See? Yay! So amazing work. Why, thank you, sir. And then you can come back to James Harris and do some more work for him later on if you want to. So, like I said, see? I just made, what, 4 grand, basically? 3.5 grand, something like that. Almost 4 grand. 4 grand plus, actually. and this guy's still not finished harvesting. So that's how you can do it. Is it cheating? I don't know. I don't think so. It's part of the game now, so you can come and check out what you want to do. Dennis Jenkins. So you can come back and plant. Oh, here's the corn. Looks pretty good actually. Almost looks like in this stage. It almost looks like sorghum. Almost. Anyways, folks, that'll be it for the very first episode. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments below. My name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Farming Simulator 17. Catch you guys later.